Hello,
Good
Rachel.
afternoon.
Here you are. People may be asking.
Hi, y'all.
This is for sure your first remote location because you are where? Oh, that is so cute.
Note that this card shows the sun shining from this place. And it's not.
Sunshine, you were saying? Tell us more.
So, hi, Anna. How are you doing?
I am good. Thank you very much. Kind of weird running the show remotely in Dallas when you are on the other side of the ocean.
Yes, I'm across the Atlantic or across the pond. So, hello, everybody. And today is Wednesday, April the 24th. And I am live from Dublin in Ireland, of course, the capital of Ireland. Like I said, today's April the 24th, and the weather outside is here it's currently 50 degrees. It's been raining for the last hour solidly, but it just stopped. I'm just looking out the window here. I'm sitting actually in a room in the Fitzwilliam Hotel overlooking St. Stephen's Green. So I'm looking out at the balcony over at the green, and I can see the seagulls flying by the window. I wish I could turn the computer around to show you, or the camera. But Anna, if I do that, I'd probably upset
Oof.
everything.
The whole setup. We've been people don't know, but we've been working hard at this. This beautiful setup that you have is not by chance, right?
No, and the only thing I'm missing actually right now are two little matchsticks just to keep my
Like Mr.
iPad.
Bean on that movie.
I left Dallas yesterday morning, 9 o'clock your time. It's now quarter past seven here, so quarter past seven in the evening, 1:15 your time. And I haven't been to sleep yet. I haven't been to bed yet. So I'm rather tired, to be honest with you. My eyes are kind of burning. But as you pointed out earlier, I am actually I'm walking the walk, or I'm walking the talk, as they say. Is that what they say? I'm
I think
walking
that
the talk.
they're
Walking the walk?
doing the talk, walking the walk, or something. Walking the walk, talking the talk. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I tell people that when they go to Ireland, when you arrive, try and keep going if you can, as much all day long. Climatize, get into Irish time, and then when you're ready to go to bed, you'll hit the sack and sleep all night, and it'll be lovely and start tomorrow. So I flew from Dallas to Philadelphia, and then Philadelphia across to Dublin. And can I just tell you, I cannot wait for June the 6th. That is the day we get the direct flight. I'm sure people are so tired of me saying this, but I can't wait. It's going to just eliminate hours and hours and, airport waiting and transfers. So June the 6th, American Airlines DFW, or Dallas Fort Worth Airline to Dublin, Ireland, through till September the 28th. So that's really good news. And according to American Airlines, that flight is doing pretty well. It's getting booked. So if we keep booking it, maybe they'll extend the route for a longer period of time. Who
That would be
knows?
nice.
Yeah.
Actually, the last time I went to Dublin, I flew through no, British Airways. Um,
Yeah.
and and that was kind of a like on a right flight. But American, those seats they were talking about, oh my gosh, so comfortable.
Yeah, that new Dreamliner flight. So I'm really looking forward
Yes.
to that. So, like I said, I am talking to you from the Fitzwilliam Hotel. But what I did was when I got here today, I dropped my bags and I took my camera and off I went out and about and went around the city of Dublin. So I was wondering, maybe we could show them a little bit of the footage that I took going around Dublin today,
Yep.
and we could talk about some things to do. So if you're arriving in Ireland and you're flying into Dublin, do what I suggested, check in, hand in your bags, because your rooms won't be ready anyway till after lunchtime, and then go off and do some sightseeing. So I went off the beaten track in Dublin again. People talk about the Guinness Storehouse, and they talk about Trinity College Dublin and the Long Room and all those places. But I went off to some other places today, and I went with a friend of mine whose name is Ruth Forsyth. She very kindly took me off, and it's Easter holidays here, in Ireland. They're all off school this week. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, right. That's true. So there, you were
So
lucky. You had little ones with you.
3 children, and they were superb. They were excellent kids. So I'm going to introduce you to these 3 kids that came with me. So if you've got kids going to Ireland with you and you're wondering if these are things your kids could do, these kids did them, and their names are Mabel, Oscar, or is it Oliver? Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing.
Okay, do you want me to
And
put their cute faces?
Bonnie.
There you go.
Do I have a picture of them?
Yeah, we do.
Aren't they fabulous?
Oh my
So the
God, they're
little
so
girl
cute.
with the red shoes, that's Bonnie. And her
Ah,
older sister there is Mabel. Don't you love those names?
they are very cute, very unusual.
And look at their brother, isn't he a darling? He's beautiful. And so we went off and around Dublin today. We started off, and I went to. This is a great place you guys need to go visit if you like galleries and that. So the Hugh Lane Gallery. We ran in there for walked around and looked at the Francis Bacon exhibit. And Francis Bacon is an Irish artist. And look, there she is. This mess here around us is rather like my mind. It may be a good image of what goes on inside me. That's what it's like. My life is like that. And there was the little girl reading that. And I just obviously snapped that photograph.
That's a very cute
And
photo.
they recreated Francis Bacon's studio. So the kids were all looking through the glass. I noticed that they were looking in at the recreation of his studio. Look at her.
Oh my God,
She
that
loves
is a mess.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is a very cute
Well, and
photo.
they do truly, that's Francis Bacon's studio that they recreated at the Hugh Lane Gallery. So that's worth a visit. In that gallery, when we walked around, in the basement is a restaurant and cafe called Hatch and Sons. So I went in there and I had my gluten-free lemon ricotta cake,
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
a nice latte, and I was watching, they were all eating those delicious scones. I mean,
Oof.
Irish scones are the best.
That that's the thing about going somewhere, right? You just feel like you need to eat all the food, drink all the drinks, try all the things. You just can't do without it, right?
Yes. And in this area here by the gallery, right next door is the Writers' Museum of Dublin, which is another historic place. And in front of that, the Garden of Remembrance. I took some video footage. Is this
You want to
something
play
that
that?
we could,
Yep.
yeah, maybe we
Let's
can
play
show
that.
some of okay, so the Westbury Hotel, just off of Grafton Street. Look at this little place. This is Aaron Street Pottery. I found this.
Let me know if you want me to pause the footage to talk a bit
Oh, yeah.
more
Do you want
about
to pause
something.
that for a second?
Yeah.
Well, pause when you're ready. So obviously here's the 2 girls outside. So I'm going to tell you this other little place, the Aaron Street. It's Aaron Street East Pottery.
Okay.
And this is not in the main part of Dublin. This is in Mary Street. There it is. And they do this wonderful geometric, wonderful pottery. You can see the vase there in the corner of the window, one of the vases and the
Very
jugs, or they
cute.
call them American pitchers. But here's what's really cool about this little place. You can go in and have some coffee and everything. Oh, sorry, you can hear that dinging sound on my computer. But you can do a little pottery class.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I
So if
always
you want to
wanted
make
to do
some,
pottery. Actually, we have some stuff here that you sent me. Look how that vase is super adorable. Let me see.
and
Send
this
me
is just
another
how they display
one.
their flowers in this place. It's not, and this is what I'm going to show people that, oh, let's stop there. So you can follow them on Instagram. You can see it's there, Aaron Street, all one word, and you'll see some of their products they ship to the US. Oh, do you know what I found out
What did you
about
find
this
out?
today? I was asking if they supply anywhere in the United States, and they said they had one place that they supply, and it's a company in Texas.
No way, really? Where is
Yeah, and
it?
I
Do
can't
you
remember.
remember?
They told me the name. I'd never even heard of it because I thought maybe they might have supplied Magnolia or somewhere, but I thought they said clothing company or something. I don't know.
Huh.
I need to find that out again. But they told me about a company based out of Texas. I think it's an online business, but you can still order from Aaron Street and they'll ship it to you. But this is a good place to go look into. If there was a
Okay.
small group of you that wanted to go and do pottery class, break for lunch or coffee, they'll fire it up in the kiln, of course, and ship it back to the States for you as well, if you'd like. But this is right opposite this old Victorian building, which is a fruit and veg and flower wholesaler warehouse. Oh, there's the Hugh Lane Gallery. I'll let you keep going.
Okay.
There's
I
the little
wanted to see
girls.
those bricks, but
Look at them. Of course, there they
so
are
exciting.
sliding.
Oh, wait, blue doors. Rachel, blue
Oh,
doors.
yeah, not quite my blue though, Anna.
Not your blue, but a blue. All right, so
Yes.
tell us about the Dublin City Gallery. What can we see there?
So this is actually, it says Dublin City Gallery, but that was actually the Hugh Lane Gallery inside, and it's free.
So you want to see more? Let's
Yeah,
carry on.
and it's free, and that's what the Francis Bacon exhibit. Okay, so this, look at that. That's the old part. You can see them loading the fruit and veg there. Look,
Oh, that is so cute.
and
I
there's that
love
old building.
the facade details. Very cute.
The facade is beautiful, and up there's St. Stephen's Green, and up here on the right is the Fitzwilliam Hotel. This is where I am, up on the top floor, looking out over this right now. I'm looking down over what you're looking at there. That's the entrance to St. Stephen's Green. That's back in the gallery. There's the girls and their brother with their mum looking around.
Can you tell us
And you're
something
probably
about
wondering,
this exhibit here?
yeah, so these were all these unusual, those individual exhibits and artists displaying their works and sculptures. And that was Mabel just reading one of the artwork. And these kids are 11 and 10, these two older ones, and they're reading everything and they're just really taking it in and talking about how art is important to them and they love to color. And I had lunch with them afterwards and they're telling me about they play the flute and they play the cello, and last week they were in Connemara fishing. So kids here are very they're into lots of different, they play sports and everything, but these kids are very cultured kids. I'm very impressed with them.
Awesome. Yeah, they do look super engaged. Let's play some more.
Yeah, so they're reading everything. And she honestly didn't know I was there. I came up around the corner. Okay, pause. Love this store. If you can go back to that screen and I'll talk over it. But
Okay.
This is one of my favorite stores in Ireland. So it's called Stable of Ireland. And they're just outside the Westbury Hotel, just off Grafton Street. Again, you can check them out on Instagram, but they do, you can see their luxury Irish scarves and more, but Irish linen. They have the best Irish linen. Now, Irish linen is such an incredible product. It's, when you're tying it or wearing it, it stands up beautiful. They have cashmeres and the girls inside in the shop, different throws, different hats and textiles and rugs and cushions. But here's what's really cool about this. I'm actually going to go back there in a week, 10 days.
Okay.
And we're going to do some filming in there. And the girls are going to show me, the two ladies that own the store design and bring in all this product. And they show you all the multiple ways of tying your scarves and how you can wear them. Not just tying them, but you'll just have to wait and see.
So kind of like making them an accessory? Is that what you're saying? Kind of like styling him?
Yes. And one of the things, Anna, they have a very famous scarf, which is a mixture of cashmere and I think silk. And I have one. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my photos on Instagram with an Irish. I look like I'm waving an Irish flag.
Yes, you showed me that one actually. Very, very cute. And I think you even brought it to the studios. It's
incredible. It's a beautiful wraparound scarf, and it's the Irish flag, but it's it's the old muted color. So we'll show that in a couple of weeks. We'll visit that store. I'll go back and visit them. But I wanted people to see this store down off of Grafton Street. So that's Stable of Ireland. So you can check them out on Instagram. Look, can you see how they're look at the beautiful colors in those scarves?
Oh, I love those pastel kind of like what is the term that I'm looking for? Kind of like neutral colors, right?
Yes, there's earth tones.
Earth tones,
I think.
yes. And
But they
even
also do.
inside the store, they do more colors.
I'll take you inside the store next week because they do incredible. I need to find a new adjective instead of incredible, but lovely bathrobes, table linens, and you'll see. I'm going to show you the cover of one of the glossy magazines that they made the cover of recently here in Ireland, Image magazine,
Ooh.
and one of their. All I'll say is it's a certain scarf. It's the way you tie it. It's a type of green. Just wait, and I'll show you.
Is that actually something that we can get from your website?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, but we'll have something to announce in about 10 days to 2 weeks.
Awesome. Actually, this was not planned, y'all. By the way, I
know!
literally just figured.
Yeah, you threw me under the bus here.
Because it's important to know where we can find these things. We got Rachel sourcing this for us, but we want to be able to get those in here in Dallas.
Yes, because I'm actually looking for, like I said, my favorite Irish finds for you guys. As many of them as I can.
Yes.
So have we got any more video there of things?
Yeah,
I went down Grafton, like Brown Thomas.
We have this photo.
Okay, so that's an iconic store in Dublin. Brown Thomas and Grafton Street is a department store, and these are the doormen. I just loved the two lads just standing there chatting. The world is going by, and they're having an in-depth conversation. Well, they're not having a crack. They're having the crack. They're having crack.
The crack.
Crack is great fun.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Speaking of crack and great fun, I'm actually going to eat tonight here in Dublin with a good friend of mine who I miss terribly. She used to live in Dallas, and people who are on Facebook or who follow us will remember her, Katrina Ryan. She's a dermatologist here in Dublin, and she had a dermatology clinic in Dallas at Baylor with Alan Mentor. And she's opening a beautiful new clinic here in Marion Road in July. But she and I are going to go for dinner tonight. We're going to check out Glover's Alley. Glover's Alley is in a restaurant in the Fitzwilliam Hotel. It's probably only about a year old. Andy McFadden is the chef. And Andy McFadden is a Michelin star chef. He worked for Michelin star restaurant in London. Now, here's a little tidbit of information. I went in to meet him in the kitchen about an hour ago.
Oh, awesome. Tell us more.
And I went in and I took some video footage and photos, which I'll share later with everybody. I love fish. So when I'm in Ireland, I want to eat some fish. So I asked him, what could I have? And he said, well, what fish do you like? And I said, well, I love cod and I love John Dory. And he was preparing cod as I was chatting to him. And he said, I actually have some lovely John Dory, which is another white fish. And he said he's preparing it tonight with takes about an hour to prepare the tomatoes just for this fish. Yeah. So I'm going to have that tonight with Katrina Ryan. So we're going to go try that. So I'll take some video and some photos and post it and tell people about it as a restaurant suggestion for people when they're in Dublin. So that's Glover's Alley off the Fitzwilliam Hotel, just overlooking St. Stephen's Green.
Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. I want to know more. What else is there to know? Rachel, tell us all the things.
So I just look out the window now. Like I said, the sun is starting to set here now, and the evening is lovely. It's lovely and mild, and I'm actually getting warm in my jacket. The air is beautiful. You can breathe, which is the first thing I noticed when I arrived in Dublin. When I got out of the plane, got off the plane and out of the airport, I was getting a taxi. And I just went, that you're near the coast. A, you can hear the seagulls, and B, I've just left Dallas. Again, I keep talking about allergies, but no more allergies since I've been here. My breathing is wonderful. So that's just great. Now, layers, again, where are your layers? People ask me about how to pack. I have this, I have the blouse. I'm actually wearing jeans today, guys. I had some flat walking shoes on for walking around today, and I've just changed into a pair of heels for dinner, and I had a light raincoat with me as well, and of course the trusted brolly, my umbrella. You have to have an umbrella going around.
Oh yes. So tell me,
brolly is actually over there cooling or drying off now, but
Good. That's always good. So tell me, streets-wise, for instance, the streets in Portugal are cobbler streets, so a nightmare for high heels. How are the streets in Dublin?
oh, the cobble streets. So they're just regular footpaths and roads, but Grafton Street is the pedestrianised street. There aren't too many cobble streets here. In fact, I don't think there are any. Well, no,
There
that's not
aren't?
true.
Okay.
Somebody's going to. There are maybe one or two, but walking around is no problem. Lots of public transport here in Dublin.
Awesome.
You can get on the hop on, hop off bus. You can get the Lewis and you can get the Dart. And tomorrow night, by the way, I am going to the Guinness Storehouse. Would you believe I've never been to the Guinness Storehouse?
I wasn't there when I visited Dublin either, and I was a bit upset that I missed it. So I really think that you should take us with you.
I'm going to do it. And tomorrow night is a special event. Tourism Ireland are hosting an event with a company called Stellar. Have you ever heard of Stellar?
It rings a bell, but
Stellar.
I don't know why.
Okay, so we've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Here's another one, folks. It's called Stellar, Steller.
Oh, like
And
dropping the vowels. That's the cool things kids do, dropping vowels.
Steller. And what it is it's one of the top storytelling sites on the internet.
Oh.
So in Instagram, you have Instagram stories where you post them and then they disappear. This one is where you create stories with different pages, photos, video, and you could do little stories, but they stay. So tomorrow night, Tourism Ireland are launching this event with Stellar because in a few days they're taking on this mammoth task. They're going to have a day which they're going to call a digital day in Ireland. So people are going to be all over Ireland for one day taking photos and digital stories, and they'll all be uploaded soon. So tomorrow night I'm going to the Guinness Storehouse up into their Gravity restaurant, which Gravity bar, should I say. It's their 360-degree, it's the revolving bar overlooking Dublin. So I'll take some photos and video tomorrow and do it live from there, which again, it's at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., which is noon, your time in Dallas.
Gotcha. We shall be connected by then to know what's going on because you will be able to show us.
And I'll be uploading more tips on Instagram and all of these things. I'm hoping to now upload and start sending photos and tips via Twitter and Instagram and Facebook over the next few hours. So basically what's going to happen, Anna, is I'm in Ireland, as you know, for 2 weeks. This trip kind of happened a little bit quicker than anticipated. Normally I'm in the studios and we prepare. So we're going to be kind of doing this on the fly a little bit. Now that's not a bad thing because we've decided, as you know, you and I've talked about it and the team in there, that this is the perfect thing. You're going to follow on this adventure and journey with me. So I'm going to be tweeting and posting over the next 2 weeks all over Ireland, everything from packing, off the beaten path places, restaurants, flights, currency, anything I can think of and anything that I can think of that can help you guys. Any questions you have, I'll take questions and I'll upload. Next week, I'll be doing it live from Longville House in Mallow, North Cork. I'll be visiting their orchards and their gardens and the beautiful Georgian home. And we'll be coming to you live from Longville House in Cork next week as well.
That's exciting. Are you going to be taking us to the kitchens? Because that's all what we want. We want to see all the great food, all the great desserts.
Yes, lots of food and lots of ingredients. I'm going to do my utmost to share that with you. And guess who I'm seeing next week in Cork? You won't guess, but Nevin Maguire.
Oh, yay! You're gonna see Nevin. Okay, for sure. We need to see a photo of that on your Instagram, please.
I have to post this. Actually, I have to remind people whether it's on Instagram or Twitter, but Nevin is doing an event for Down Syndrome Ireland, you know, the Down Syndrome cause.
Awesome.
It's a live cooking demonstration in Cork on the 29th of April. And it's sponsored by Simply Better, which is owned by Dunn Stores here in Ireland. And Simply Better is a great story. It is Simply Better is the brand name, their own name for products in the grocery store and Dunn Stores. And for example, they will have a chutney or potato chips or chocolate or sauce, and each one is made in Ireland by an artisan producer. So what they do is they go out and source the product from an artisan producer, and it's packaged and presented for Simply Better. So it's supporting family-run and artisan producers throughout the island of Ireland. And Nevin is the brand ambassador for Simply Better. So it's a combination of him cooking, using these products, supporting sustainable, supporting artisans, small producers, and then the money goes to Down Syndrome Ireland. So that's on April 29th. And if anybody happens to be in Cork, they can buy the ticket on Eventbrite, and I'll be going to that on April 29th. And we'll be sending photos and Twitter messages out for that too.
That's going to be super exciting. We really need to
Yeah,
be with you
there's
on that
lots
trip.
going on.
Oh my gosh.
I'm doing a lot, as you can see. Tomorrow night at the Guinness Storehouse, Tourism Ireland's Simply Better and Nevin Maguire on the 29th. Longville House. It just keeps going. I mean, the list just you're just gonna have to keep up with me over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, you bet. We're 4 minutes away from the end of the show. So what else do we need to know?
What else do you need to know? Well, I miss you guys there in Dallas. I did my weather report and I sent it back for news. This will be posting my my weather reports from Ireland. I'm going to update people with those as much as I can. And then to remind people, don't forget, I've heard from American that those direct flights from Dallas to Dublin are starting to fill up. And they did tell me that they have 15 new direct flights and that the Dublin route is the one that is far exceeding all the other routes. It's proving to be very popular. So if you think you want to go to Ireland and you want to book a trip. Oh, also, just a quick reminder, I still have 3 spots remaining if you want to come with me in September. So if you want to come with me in September, we're going to be here at the Fitzwilliam Hotel. You'll have dinner at the Glover's Alley. I'll have a driver taking us around for the whole week. We're then going to go to Adair Manor. We're going to go across to Longville House. We're going to go foraging. We're going to have dinner there. You're going to be met by the owners. We have the whole house for the night. Then to the Ballymaloe, world famous Ballymaloe House and Cooking School in East Cork. Then we're going to go across to Dunmore House in Clonakilty, overlooking the ocean. We're going to go into the West Cork Food Festival for 2 days. And we're going to go back and end up again in the lap of luxury in Dromoland Castle. So it's quite a trip. And the price that's on the website, so www.rachelgaffneys.com. Let me know if you want to come on this trip with me. I'd love to have you with me.
Well, that sounds delightful. And also, my question is actually regarding the flights. I don't know if we talked about this. It was last week. Is the Dallas to Dublin direct flight seasonal or not?
Correct. Right now, it's June the 6th until September the 28th. And then when Scott Sirianni from American Airlines, when he was in the studio with us 2 weeks ago, somebody asked this question, will they extend it? And they can't give that answer yet. It depends on the performance of the flight. So it is currently seasonal.
Okay, that's important to know because, don't book your flight first and then start booking everything else, or at least make sure that there's a flight getting there direct, right?
Yes. So if you want to come with me, just let me know and we'll talk about flights. But if you want any help on flights, I can also tell people some routes to take if they're not going direct. And of course, not everybody's going from Texas. People come from all over the United States to Ireland, and they can fly into Shannon, and they can fly into Belfast, of course, and they can fly into Cork if they're coming from Rhode Island. But, so there's more than one way to skin a cat. But it's best to talk to somebody who knows about flights and the most efficient routes anyway, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to spend, 2 days just on connections. So that would be a waste.
Like me, I'm just hoping that these hours stay open just a little bit longer because I can start to feel that burn. But it's now 8:45 here, so I think I've done very well. I'm thinking another hour, an hour and a half, and I should be good. And then I can go for a sleep because I've been on the go for nearly 2 days now.
That's incredible. Well, Rachel, I think I'll be closing the show right after you say goodbye to everyone.
It's strange doing it from another property. I'm sorry that I have to do that. But sometimes you have to, family and things come up, and I had to get over here and take care of a few things. So, but all's good. All's good. I'm thrilled that this is working. So
All right. I guess, are you saying your goodbyes right now? Because I am
I
clicking
will.
on
I
that
just got my
one.
last today. So I wanted to say thank you all for joining me. Again, this is Rachel Gaffney, and thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Rachel Gaffney's Real Ireland. And next week, I will be live from Longville House, and you really do want to tune into that one. Hopefully, I'll have a lot more footage taken during the day on showing you the rooms, showing you the orchards, the food, meeting the owners, the whole lot. It'll be a whole special on Longville House and North Cork area. So especially for my clients who are already booked in and for those who are interested in going there, until next week, I'd like to say Slán Leat and see you all next week. Bye, y'all.